What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? We're doing a little interview IG live because so many fucking technical difficulties, so I gotta do everything on IG live instead. So this is an episode of the Loophole Podcast. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Loophole Podcast. I'm your host, Loopie, and our guest will be arriving shortly. And it's very stressful that I've had so many just technical difficulties. I'm trying to keep it all together, but we're good. Jason Paige is right here. Let's go. Hold up. Let me send you a request. How do I do this? Is it like this? Wait. Cool. I think this is gonna allow people to ask questions also in chat. So, hello.
Yo, there it is.
Here we go. All right. I think we're good this time.
There it is. I'm live. Yo, Mr. 3D, Olive Strat, and Orphic Adventures. We got 91, 93. Damn. Blowing it up quickly, bro. Did you advertise this thing or what? Wow.
I just posted one story. I think this is coming from your followers too.
Let's hope. Wow, 74 live. We're live with Loopie.
People are saying, I'm ditching high school to see your stream. Nah, go back to school. Don't
No. Ditch high school. You do not want to be in high school. High school is a waste of your time. Get out as soon as you can. Are you in high school? How old are you, first of all?
I'm 18 and I dropped out twice and I'm trying to go back in.
No. Take that GED, get out there. You're in the world making waves, doing your own thing outside of the restrictive limitations of high school, bro. Let me tell you, I went to the best high school in New York City, and it was the performing arts high school, music and art. It was nothing but limitations. I did not expand. I did not learn. I did not grow until I got out of that cage that only keeps you at a certain level.
Yeah. No, I totally understand. I mean, the reason why I even got out of school was some really fucked up shit. And honestly, the way that I was treated in the school, it's my biggest bullies were actually the staff of the school. And the way I got out, I mean, I think I wouldn't be where I am if I was still, in school. But I'm actually getting homeschooled, and the school system in France, is very different. So, it's very, very weird.
That's great, dude. That's great. That's very inspiring because I always, I talk a lot about it whenever I can, and it's a very important subject because we give so much of our time and energy. 12 years of our lives, more time goes to school, to the state to teach us than it does to our parents.
Yeah.
And the homeschooling thing is really an opportunity for parents to level up on how they grow through the miracle of the child that has unlimited potential to become, a genius. Basically, every child is a genius waiting to blossom, and the school makes sure that does not happen. And the homeschool is where it can happen.
Yes. Well,
anyway,
Jason Paige. The man who does not need any introduction. First of all, welcome everybody to the Loophole Podcast. I'm your host, Loopie, and right here below me is Jason Paige, the voice of a generation.
Yes.
Oh man, he doesn't need an introduction.
Although we're changing that little tagline. I had it in my StreamYard. The voice of a generation, as suggested by multiple people, the voice of generations. Because here you are, the next generation outside of the Pokemon demographic and still inspired and connected to the whole ecosystem through the song. So thank you for your connection and your energy and the effort that you put into your Pokemon journey.
Oh, I got gotta say thank you for all the inspiration, man. Like, you were the voice I heard every single time I started an episode, you know what I mean? And I never missed one episode without singing that intro, you know what I mean? So it feels like indirectly before we got to talk together that I got to bond with your musicality. And honestly, to know for the first time, like only, just a couple weeks ago, the man behind the voice, and I can see now, like, from all of your personal appearances, you know, how many people you've inspired, how many people, you gave a smile to and just made their days. And honestly, like, that's inspiring. That's the type of energy that gets me up and that gets other people up there, wanting to go out there and, do some shit, so
Yep.
yes. The Loophole Podcast, we were supposed to do this on YouTube live, but so many things happen. I got a copyright strike, so I can't stream for 90 days. And
What'd you get that strike on?
I got that on YouTube because, like, I was watching Formula One, right? And all I was doing was showing, like, the positions where people were, when they were racing and stuff. I wasn't showing the footage. I was showing data that was already public, and they strike me. So
Wow.
yeah.
Wow. All right. Well, there you go. You got to be really careful on YouTube now. It's strange. People are making their lives on these platforms and investing so much energy, and then the platform changes its policy and can crush everything that people have worked for so long. And our plans for our interview.
Yeah.
I got the wrong plant in the background. Somebody copyrighted this lamp, and now, can't show that copywritten lamp, the trademarked lamp.
Yeah. Well, hey, I'm gonna, ask you just a couple questions. Obviously, one that really marked me the most, because honestly, I would have never made that connection, if I didn't, learn about you. Michael freaking Jackson. Tell me about it real quick.
Michael Jackson, he was a singer that was born in the early 60s, I believe. Most known for the moonwalk.
Yeah.
And his musical hits with the Jackson 5.
Yeah, but like,
most people know who he is. I mean, there are a lot of people now in the next generation that don't actually know the history of Michael Jackson and how much impact he's had. There's also a lot of people that think that the Pokemon theme song was sung by Michael Jackson. Matter of fact, at the last event, I had a guy come up and I got my big sign that says Jason Paige, original Pokemon theme singer. I've got my cards. I've got the music blasting on a speaker, on a powered speaker. And the guy's like, nah, what do you mean? You mean the original song? No, that was Michael Jackson. And I was like, no. And he was like, yeah, it is. Look. You didn't sing that. That's Michael Jackson. He literally, like, had looked it up on his phone, and he was like really surprised that it wasn't Michael Jackson. Wanted to prove to me that it was, and of course couldn't find that information. But yeah, Michael Jackson. I sang backgrounds at the 30th anniversary of the Jackson 5, a concert at Madison Square Garden, 2001. I was in the background group, and I also sang the rap from Black and White when Michael did Black and White Live. That concert was a performance for Michael, who sat in the front row for the first third, which was an incredible, just a runway of one superstar after the other superstar. Britney Spears, Ray Charles, Usher, Destiny's Child, Liza Minnelli. It would just kept on going. All these incredible performers came out and sang Michael's songs to him. And then the second act was Michael Jackson reuniting with the Jackson 5 for their 30th anniversary and performing a medley and full versions of some of the songs, but of 10 Jackson 5 songs with the choreography and all of the fanfare. It was incredible. And then Michael did his set, which was all of his greatest hits as well. And I was a background singer for all three of those segments for the whole entire show. So it was really an incredible trip through the history of Michael Jackson through these other incredible stars, and just looking at that sheet music and going, wow, I'm going to sing Billie Jean. Look at the sheet music for Billie Jean. I have some of it here. It's just like, wow, when we got that music, it was real. When we met Michael in rehearsals, it was just intense, because he was a normal guy. But the music being performed live by the dude who made my childhood was just really intense. And, you know, of course, Michael doesn't have games, toys. Well, he did have some toys. A TV show, movie after movie, an ecosystem of cards. He's not the $100 billion industry that Pokemon is, and the 25 years of impact was definitely something that he had on my life. I think it was 31 when I sang with him. So all of my childhood, he was a voice in my childhood. So, you know, it's an incredible thing, and I can kind of understand why people who grow up with a Pokemon theme song think that it was Michael Jackson, because it's the voice of their childhood, only through one song that represents the whole ecosystem, and also Viridian City and other things that I do online as well. But, you know, it was that experience of hearing Michael sing that moved in the molecules in my body, much in the way that people say they experience when I sing the Pokemon theme song, because they've heard it so many times and it's such a part of their molecules, the water in their body that heard the song and absorbed it, that water that has memory, that stays with them. Pretty cool. It's like nostalgia. I think that's really what nostalgia is. Nostalgia is some kind of sense memory, wherever that memory is stored, whether it's in the brain or in the water molecules or in some other decentralized memory of everything that ever happened. That trigger of the memories of our childhood is extremely important, and Michael triggered it for me, and I'm sure I want to be the very best triggers it for you and all the Pokemon fans out there.
Yeah, but you know, like, I sort of feel that impact too from Michael Jackson, and I guess we can say, you know, Michael Jackson was, you know, the voice of our, like, of all of our generations as well. You know, I started like I relate to you because I started my journey, right? And I'm a musician as well, but I started my journey, you know, as a little kid, 5 years old, right? Dancing to Michael Jackson's music videos in front of the TV. Like, my first appearances on YouTube was exactly that. And I can say, you know, like, how I was raised, you know, I feel like, you know, definitely dead or alive, Michael Jackson's one of the single greatest and most impactful, you know, public figures and musical artists, you know, like in history of music and pop in general. So, like, I can totally understand, and your discography and your story that you were telling is just incredible. And this is going to bring me to my next question. Since you have this, you know, very impressive discography, I was wondering, dead or alive, was there or is there a single artist that you would love to work with, dead or alive?
Stevie Wonder has got to be the answer. Although at this point, I feel like, singers have developed in such an accelerated way in the past 10 years. He was the most accelerated vocal influence on my life. And now I'm listening to other people that are doing things that are far exceeding what even Stevie Wonder has done. Maybe not as a writer, producer, and performer, because he's an multi-instrumentalist as well. But certainly the singing element. And I feel like I'm not at the level to work with him now. I'm like, sort of like, I need to be even better in order to be working with Stevie Wonder. But yeah, I would love to work. Yeah, I would love to work with Stevie Wonder. That would be a dream come true. And after which, my life would be kind of over, because what do you do after that?
I don't know. With Michael Jackson, to be honest.
Yeah, right. We already got Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder, and that's pretty much it. There's a guy I worked with a couple of months ago who produced my video, actually. His name is B. Slade, and he's an example of one of these singers that is just like, you can't believe what this guy's doing. He's doing things that you've never, you can't even, it's unimaginable. Range and riffs and runs and intensity and channeling the spirit and stylistically and background vocal harmonies. It's like it's so accelerated at this point that I feel like I'm not ready for Stevie anymore. Back 20 years ago, where I was the best guy that I knew, or one of the best. I was capable at a high level. I was in the top 100. Now I'm in the top 1,000 and down towards the bottom. Basically, I mean, I'm just making up numbers. I don't know if those numbers are accurate, but it seemed that I was in the elite group of singers at one point, and now the elite group of singers are so amazing. You see them on Instagram all the time doing all this stuff that you're like, how is that guy even doing that? How is that 8-year-old doing that? You know, it's like, it's crazy. Same thing with beatboxers. The beatboxing world has just taken off incredibly because of the internet and all the people able to share so easily their gifts on social media platforms and really get visibility, you know?
I gotta say, it's very fascinating, like, listening to you. I think you are like one of the most like interesting guests I've ever had in the history of this podcast. Listening to you, honestly, like I could do it all day. But so you know, talking about, again, like, you know, the artists that you worked with, and you know, learning, I guess, your mentality of how you feel about, you know, working with Stevie Wonder nowadays. Do you think that, you know, especially with how you got into Pokémon and then Michael Jackson and then, you know, plenty of other artists, do you feel like, you know, just one time in your life, you feel like you were at the right place at the right time and, you know, it all just kind of like made sense for you? Or did you ever think that music would be the one thing that you'd be doing for the rest of your life? Like, how did you plan on like leaving your legacy, you know?
Well, I definitely wanted to enjoy myself and live through the things that I love to do. And as musical beings, we all love to sing. We learn how to sing before we learn how to speak. We're singing Mary Had a Little Lamb. We're singing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. We're singing Ring Around the Rosie. We're singing all of these things. We're singing A, B, C, D, E, F, G, which is the same song as Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. And these songs teach us how to speak. So through joy, we learn how to speak. And when we come out of the womb, notes, we're singing. When we speak now, even outside of actual formal singing, we are still using pitch and note. We are still using pitch and note. We are do 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 do. It's still part of it. So the joy of being able to do this is something I followed, and I always wanted to continue to act through joy, because the joy gets you over the hump of all the difficulties of production and learning and expanding and distribution, because you're just distributing something that is joyful to you. So each experience is the only thing that's happening. When I'm giving it my all right here. This is the performance that I'm alive for, that all of human history has conspired through technology in your life and mine to make this moment right here happen. Every performance is that. The trajectory of what I think my life will be in the future is speculative. The future is a concept that may or may not exist the way we want it to. We tried to have this interview on another platform. It didn't necessarily work. Now we swapped over to here, and we're going to upload this to YouTube, hopefully in the future. But, you know, you're asking about expectations. You're asking about a higher idea of what's most important. And what's really most important is to follow that joy and that love in every moment, and to try to be honest and have integrity with every moment. And if you can do that when you're singing, you're in the zone. And I enjoyed so much being in the zone of singing that I just continue to pursue that wherever possible. And that led to being in the zone during the Pokemon theme song, which led to it being satisfying to the clients and satisfying to the people who watched it, and therefore satisfying to continue watching the show after you heard the song. The song was beat, you wouldn't have continued watching the show. You'd be like, oh, this song is awful, turn it off.
Yeah. Damn. I mean, true about, exactly what you just said. I think people would be feeling a lot different, about, the sitcom shows like Friends or The Big Bang Theory or, Good Luck Charlie, because all of them got some very catchy songs. And that's sort of what keeps people watching. That's that's mostly, the first thing people talk about when they even talk about a show, you know what I mean? And I believe it's the same thing for, the Pokemon theme song. I mean, just a couple of weeks ago, I was back home and, I was just chilling like with one of my friends, and we were like just yelling the shit out of the Pokemon theme song. Like, crazy shit. I wish I had the footage, honestly, because I wanted to show you. I wanted to bring that up, but like that's the energy that you be putting out, and
it requires yelling sometimes because it's a high song, and sometimes you just need to yell it out.
I was lucky I was home alone, honestly. I didn't care for my neighbors. I just cared for my mom's sanity, honestly.
Yeah.
But like, I think that you having affected, millions of viewers, with that energy that you radiated, all you needed was the voice, and you have transmitted that to millions and even possibly billions of people. And I find that to be extremely inspiring. And everything you just said up till now, that is definitely, stuff that I hope that people who are watching this right now, who are thinking of a trajectory, could use that in their everyday lives, because it's definitely, an inspiration. And now that we talked about, I guess, the people that you have worked with, that you the one artist that you dream of working with, what's next for you?
Well, I'm headed to Long Beach Collecticon in a couple of weeks. Then we're going to Burning Man, and I've got some European events happening at the end of the year. I'm releasing the Lego Mania theme song next. I don't know if you there's other credits that I have that are on the back of this Jason Paige custom Funko Pop. But yeah, one of those is Lego Mania. I sang the Lego Mania theme song back in the day. I don't know if you've seen this shot, but there's all kinds of things on here that I sang, from Taco Bell to Michael Jackson to Lego, Jersey Boys, SpongeBob, Muppets, Phineas and Ferb, Meet the Spartans. But Lego Mania was a song I wrote in 1995, and it never had a full single. It only was Lego Mania, Lego Mania. There's a song on one or two commercials, but that little hook was lifted and put onto dozens of Lego commercials at the time. So if you were alive between 1995 and 2001 or 2, you would know that song. And it's going to release the nostalgia in all of the Lego community when I put out a full 2.5-minute version of the Lego song. And then I'll be putting out a cover of a Michael Jackson song as well. And then I'm going to be putting out my own music on the heels of that. One song is called Gamer, and it is about the gaming community, the Twitch streamers. I've got some big Twitch streamers that are going to be in the video. I jump into the game that they're playing in the video, and then there's a surprise guest at the end. who I'm not going to reveal just yet, but she's a big social media influencer, gamer, Twitter, Twitch streamer, and she was almost a boxer just recently. But I met her at Leon Hart's Creative Clash event. And after Gamer comes out, then we're moving on to my Jason Paige music, another Jason Paige song called Love is the Frequency. The song is out, but the video's coming out, produced by that superstar I told you before, the singer, B. Slade. And then hopefully at the end of the year, I will be able to produce the Pokemon Bohemian Rhapsody version with the Pokemon theme song moving into all of the various styles and opera section and a rap section and a reggae section and a dance section and a rock section and a choir section and a really cool like mashup of Pokemon with hopefully some special guests in that as well. Yeah. So the whole point is to build my social media, to build my relationship to the music that the music world and distributing my music. Because ultimately, you know, I right now I've been inundated with events where I'm signing autographs and I'm signing Funko Pops and I'm signing Jason Paige cards. Oh, I'll show you the card. Check it out.
Are the Funko Pops mass produced, or is it like?
There's only 25 Funko Pops produced of the Jason Paige Funko Pop. We actually produced them at the Funko store, so they're official Funkos. This is just an artist. Custom by this guy right here. These are already sold. I've already sold a couple of these, but the regular Funkos that I made at the Funko store, official Funkos, are available on my website. Well, it's the chase in my Funko Pop mystery pop. So I got mystery pops that you can get on my website right now. The chase is the Funko Pop, Jason Paige Funko Pop, made at the Funko store, official Funko. And I'm signing it, and I'm doodling it, and that's actually what's happening with these cards. There's a yellow, there's a red, there's a green, there's a blue, there's a purple, and they're all various. Oh, there we go. This is one of 100, the Jason Paige card, and the green is one of 20. The purple is one of 50. They're really cool cards.
Yeah.
And then there's but on each card, on the back, is a original Jason Paige doodle that I put on based on each individual that buys the card. As you might have seen some of my doodle artwork, it's really interesting artwork that I craft specifically the way I do a loop jam, and I just make up a loop jam based on something that's going on.
Yeah.
I make up a little art piece based on the person and put it on the card. So instead of just signing autographs, I'm going to be releasing more music, because the whole reason that anybody wants my autograph is because of my voice and because of the music that I create. So I'm trying to swap out the template. So I'm not showing up at an event and signing 100 autographs or 200 autographs. I'm showing up at an event and I'm singing for an hour. Instead of signing autographs for 6 hours, I sing for 1 hour and really unlock the power that's inside. The power that's inside, yeah. With the music that I create, and you know, you know, have my own music, and that can also inspire and move and entertain. And my hit songs are my jingles and my Pokemon song and the Pokemon Go theme song, and I recreate what I do with Michael Jackson, when I rapped with Michael Jackson in my live show as well as my imitations. So it's not just my music; it's a big history of all of some of the greatest hits that exist on this box as well. Songs with Meatloaf, songs by Ray Charles, who I sang with for a while, some of my greatest jingles, some of my greatest other TV moments and video moments. So that concert is really what we're working on replacing all of my signing events with.
That's incredible. So I got two questions. They're a bit separate.
Sure.
Nothing with the other, but you know, seeing as, you know, how the Pokemon theme song and, you know, the Pokemon like series for that matter, impacted many. And I assume that you got there, when it started out, when it possibly wasn't, that well known to absolutely everybody out there. You might have just, uh, you know, uh, came in that whole scene when it was just starting out. Do you think that you could be contributing to one other thing, that one, new thing that might be coming out for the next, generation to enjoy, that could possibly have either equal amounts of impact, if not more impact, than Pokemon, in the future? Do you think that that's something that you're, working on? And another question of mine, nothing to do with what I just asked, but have you been to France, and are you coming to France for an appearance one day?
Oui, oui.
Eh.
Attrapez-les tous.
Oh.
I have been to France many times. I sang the Pokemon theme song at Paris Games 2018, I think it was. Yeah, everything that I do, I'm doing to hit the home run, the grand slam, to have the most positive, powerful impact over the world with the smallest things like this interview that is not a giant corporate thing, but the Pokemon theme song is a minute and a half of a piece of work. It took many hours to record and to write, and for the writers and the Pokemon company to sort of create it. But at the end of the day, we're creating content, and that content is going out into the world that to affect people in a powerful and positive way. And yeah, everything I do, I want to have the powerful positive effect on one person. If it can do that, have that effect on one person, then that person can go into the world and have that effect on other people. And so everything we do is the Pokemon theme song. Everything we do can be lasting for generations. There are quotes that great writers have written that go on to last for hundreds of years. I mean, and people affect each other. It's the butterfly effect. This one butterfly flies around and it goes by somebody who stops to take a look at it. The car goes by that they didn't step in front of and die because they stopped to look at the butterfly. They go on to do something that day to affect somebody else, that affects somebody else, and lives are changed by every action and thing that happens in the universe. So yeah, the butterfly effect, bro. It's just and then things that happen here, not just through the internet, but through the ether, through just the energy that we're putting out, affect other things.
And
So thank you for, putting this energy out, because you're having that effect over people. You're having that effect in the world, and your intention really matters.
yeah, no, I also, like appreciate hearing that, and I hope that I can, continue to put that effect on other people, and with you, by my side, on this podcast episode. I hope that, we collectively can, just inspire people and hope, help people, just feel better about themselves.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
what I do, on a daily basis, because of, dark times that I went through over, like, the last 3 years and stuff like that, is that I do charity work, for mental health awareness and suicide prevention.
Yeah,
I own an entire clothing line, based off of that, and that's my mantra.
yeah,
That's the stuff.
yeah.
Like, the thing that I've created is what keeps me going every single day, because that's something that could possibly help one person. You know what I mean? And if I start to see,
Excellent.
yeah, if I, if I start to see, just one person that actually kind of feels this, like, like, he's thinking about it. He's like, damn, like, I'm not alone, with this, like, thing that I'm dealing with, and I could possibly just stick around, because maybe it's just one thing that, like, happens that could possibly, change the entire trajectory of my life. And when other people start thinking about that, they have faith, and they have hope in what they can,
Yep.
um, you know, in what they can bring to the table. And that's just the power that's inside.
The
You know what I mean? Like,
power that's inside, yeah.
but yeah, no, and, I am glad that we can, do, something right here, very briefly. And, one person might be listening to this as we speak, or on Instagram, in perpetuity, or on YouTube, something
Yep.
like that, or clips might be taken out of this or whatever. But something that we said might be actually, giving somebody a whole new outlook on life. And I think that one way that we continue to do this with such, you know, impact is the art of music. It's, and all of this is art. And I think
It's a
that
cheat code.
how you've done this, over the years and over the decades and everything like that. And I'm also speaking from experience because, definitely put that energy out there, especially when I was just a little kid coming home from school watching the Pokemon theme song. Now, granted, some of the time I was listening to the French guy sing it. but,
Attrapez-les tous.
but like, I always considered English to be my first language. I've lived in France all my life, but it
Right.
was
You've
always,
got no accent, bro. You got no accent.
everybody has an accent, man. And like, I think, you definitely stood out to me in terms of like the energy that it brought. And you definitely brought joy to, more than just a generation. And I think that the voice of many generations, actually still applies because, I believe with the legacy that you will definitely leave behind, will affect, maybe tens, maybe 20, maybe hundreds of, generations way after that, and I think, yeah, no, I don't say this very lightly, and like, I don't, say this about a lot of people. And I think, the inspiration that you bring on people, and especially to me, I'm happy, because I only just figured out who you are, like, about a couple months ago,
Yeah.
right? I finally put the face to the voice, on accident as well, right? But I'm happy that I made that accident, and I'm
Cool.
happy that I can, tell you this to your face, and and just, tell you how freaking great you are, man. And I'll keep doing
Thank
it.
you. Thank you. Yeah. It's really important that people have their own personal experience of recognizing that it's me. They don't have to reach out to me. They don't have to meet me, but you just telling other people that, reminding them of this, that this is a human being and not just in your imagination, triggers that nostalgia. And it takes people years to grow up to really care about it. Kids don't care. The kids are just in the experience of Pokemon, just like they have been. It took until 2016 for them to grow up and be like, wait a second, that's the dude that sings the song. That's the song of my childhood. Whoa, that's a guy? Oh, shit. His name, and then they have this experience of like, wow, that's a dude.
Yeah.
Of course it's a dude. The guy sang the song. Somebody had to sing it. But they have the experience, and it goes with them, and it doesn't have to have anything to do with me personally.
Mm.
When I go around to events and I meet people and, I sign autographs or I sing to them, that's a great thing. But you can just tell people about it, and they'll have that experience. People unite with Pokemon in a way that that I don't think anything else has ever been in the world. That people they share the same joy, and when they meet each other, that's what happened with Pokemon Go. Everybody came out into the street and was like, oh, he's playing too. And then they'd hook up. They'd be like, yo, what do you got? And it's just like, I recently went to a thing called PKMN Rave, Pokemon Rave. It's a rave where they basically Pokemon themed music remixes, sometimes a lot of cosplayers showing up in Pokemon onesies, and it was the most joyful, fun club dance music environment I've ever been in. It was second only to Burning Man. It kind of felt like Burning Man for a moment there because there were so many people having so much fun and all sharing the same joy and love and lightness that Pokemon is. And it was a beautiful experience. So just ultimately sharing this power, the power that's inside with people is a great thing. So thank you for sharing this as well.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that it'll happen for many generations, as you said.
Yeah.
People can connect with this work that we're all leaving behind, not just Pokemon, but you, me individually, and the collective Pokemon community that is continuing to create art and different projects that are all Pokemon, but not necessarily made by Pokemon, like this wristband that somebody made for an event with little Pokemon logos on the side of it that I realized was here. Everybody's just doing their own thing artistically, keeping the brand alive through the love that they experience and expressing themselves creatively.
Yeah. See, I have this Pokemon card right here, like in my wallet, because I packed
Yeah.
it going to town and shit like that. I forgot to like actually put it in my binder and everything, and it's been stuck with me. I was traveling to other countries, like I was in England, Wales, Spain, Ireland, and all that with this, just in my wallet the whole time. And honestly, I don't think I'm gonna take it out. I think like you said, Pokemon is something that, it's definitely, something that people remember. And
Cool.
speaking of Pokemon, the last segment that I think we're going to get into right here, I'm about to test you with some trivia questions about Pokemon.
All right.
How does that sound?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm about to ask you, 6 questions. Okay. If you get 4 of them.
Let's make it 2. Let's make it 2. That's too many.
Oh no, they're short questions. They're short questions.
Okay.
Yeah, they're trivia's about
Rapid fire rounds.
Yeah.
Rapid fire.
Yeah. If you answer 4 of them correctly, you get the official Loophole Podcast seal of approval.
All right.
Obtained by very few people.
All right.
Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
All right. First question. How many evolutions does Eevee have?
6.
Is that your final answer?
My final answer.
Wrong. 8.
Oh.
What are the 3 types of starter Pokemon?
Water, fire, air.
I'm going to give you some time to think about it.
No, I don't know.
You got 2 of the 3 types right.
Water, fire, psychic.
Nope.
Water, fire, earth.
That's not a thing.
No, it's not even a thing.
But honestly, it's pretty close to grass, so I think I'll give it to you. All right, one right. How old is Ash in the beginning of the series?
10.
Yeah, you got that one right. All right. Who voiced Pikachu in Detective Pikachu movie?
I don't know. Was it Sarah Natterchani? No. That was Ash. Pikachu was voiced by an Asian chick.
No, I'm talking about the Detective Pikachu movie.
Yeah, in the movie. Oh, Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
No, Ryan Reynolds was in the movie.
Yes.
Yeah. So my bad.
So you got 3 right. Okay. Okay, to the nearest number. Okay, so like
39.
All right. No. How many years did it take Ash to become the Pokemon League champion?
27.
27. It's close, but
It's
not quite.
25 if you're counting English. If you count Japanese, it's 27.
Okay, well that is the wrong answer. It is 22.
22.
Yes.
Then he just did it though.
Well, I mean, that's what the website's telling me.
Didn't he just happen? He just became the champion?
Yeah,
Unless he wasn't involved in the series for the first, he wasn't entered in 1997,
yeah, yeah, that's
96 when Pokemon came out.
yeah, that's a bit weird. That's what the yeah
You're talking
that
about what just happened, right?
yeah, we're talking about the league. Yeah, the league champion.
This just happened this year.
Unless they might have talked about the Alola League.
All right, well, you got to be specific about that.
Yeah, well,
Next question. Next question.
that's the website, so I'm gonna let that one slide. Um, what town does Ash start his journey in?
Um,
Yeah,
Palatown.
you got that right. All right, that is 4 questions out of 6 that you got right.
Bam.
You, the official owner, one of many, of the Loophole Podcast seal of approval.
All right, send it over.
It's already in your head.
I'll give you an address. It's not an actual seal that you make in your clothing company?
It's just in your head.
Bro,
It's a figment of your imagination.
you can't put me through the ringer like that and then just say you win the seal of approval. I gotta have something. I gotta get something
Do you
for
want
that.
me to send you something?
Yeah, you gotta send me something for that. You can't just say, you're gonna win this thing, and then all you win is you get the seal of approval. That's not
Would you
that's not fair.
Would you like me to send you a CD of mine?
Send me a CD or something from your clothing company.
Oh, well, I mean, my music is not related to my clothing line, but
One or the other.
one or the other.
CD, as I don't play CDs. Those are coasters, if anything.
Oh, okay, all right. That's funny you say that because, like, I went to Ireland to like meet some friends of mine, and I wanted to give them, one of my CDs, and I was on the plane and everything like that. The flight attendant and everything like that gave me coffee, and she didn't come with like the garbage bags in time, so like somehow one way or another my entire CD before I was able to give it to my friend was just filled with coffee stains. So
Wow.
let's see.
All right, bro. I gotta jump off. Are there any other questions?
Um,
I just got another call.
oh, okay. All right, one last question that's mostly, just about the podcast, just trying to get some trying to get some feedback, but I was wondering, what do you rate your experience on the Loophole podcast, and would you recommend this to viewers?
I think the questions are thoughtful. We had some tech problems, but I actually kind of prefer the low-keyness of the Instagram. I can put a dope effect on it and actually make it look even cooler than that blur effect or my backdrop on the other one. I think your questions are thoughtful. You're, very well spoken, and we got to talk about some cool ideas, which is pretty important. It's not just about credits or more conceptual. And hopefully people can get a little bit more ethereal in their thought process.
Yeah, of course.
Through this,
we got to talk about.
But yeah,
we are passionate about. And honestly, Jason, it was an honor to have you up on the Loophole podcast, to talk about the stuff that we, enjoy on a daily basis. And hey, if you ever make any public appearances in France, you never know. I might just show up.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be out there, and at some point. I haven't been to any stores, only that I love doing the stores in Europe. They create great communities. I will be in Belgium at the end of October, and maybe again in December. So we had considered going to France during our next trip to Europe. So I might hit a store in France. I'm looking forward to it.
Amazing.
Attrapez la tous.
Yeah. Well, I don't.
And if you guys need to get anything, Jason Paige, you can go to my website to get the Jason Paige gold trainer cards or any other cool new merchandise. You can check out my calendar there, let you know where I'm going to be at. And this weekend in New Jersey at the Rockaway Mall at, what's it called? It's called Retro, all around retro cards and collectibles. If anybody's in the New Jersey area around Rockaway Mall, come see me Sunday.
Incredible. Jason, once again, thank you so much for hopping on the Loophole Podcast and talking, about, the stuff that you're passionate about. I'm so happy to have been able to platform this today. And
You're welcome, bro.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
I,
Love to
I,
all the fans here too.
I hope to, see you again soon. Damn, that's some. Hold
Get
up.
crazy.
Hey,
There we go.
I got the lemons.
Hey. All right, you guys. Thanks for watching. We'll do it again.
Thank you so much, Jason. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And yeah, no, honestly, it was an honor. You didn't have to say yes, but you said yes to some random 18-year-old kid in France, with a
Yeah,
dream.
dude. Absolutely, bro. An entrepreneur in the making.
Thank you, man. Honestly, appreciate it.
Cool, man. Thanks. Love to the fam.
Yeah, have a good one, Jason.
You too, bro. Bye. Hit me when this goes up to YouTube. Send me a link.
Yeah, it'll go on Saturday at 2:30 p.m. Eastern, just like the regular schedule.
All right, cool.
All right, thank you.
Bye, bro. Peace.
I'll disconnect you if you want me to. Oh, he did it himself. Whoa. Wow. Well, guys, for those who are still in the stream, if you guys are interested in the Loophole Podcast, we like to interview people, and I make music of my own. So if you guys want to listen to some music, I make a little bit of hip hop and stuff like that. And yeah, follow me on my YouTube. We're a nice little family. We got 100K subs. Come on. So yeah. Loopie is the name, and guys, follow me on my Instagram. And honestly, we are quite heavy, I guess. We're a nice little family. We're the Loop Squad, and honestly, we're here to spread the message about mental health awareness and everything like that. And we like to, put an impact on people's lives. So thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys on another episode. I will be back on Saturday, I believe, or no, I will upload this episode to YouTube on Saturday, and I'll see what I can do for future episodes. Thank you guys so much. Bless up and stay hype. Shout out to everybody that watched the stream. I'm gonna say some names. Shout out to my girl Livy. Shout out to Don Cavion is a tryhard. Shout out to Ali. Shout out to Evan Nightingale. Shout out to Pariah's Child. Did I already say that? I can't remember. Shout out to everybody, honestly. Shout out to Tito. I see you in the chat, Tito. Yeah. Okay. All right. Who's still here? Shout out to Uncle Harry. Shout out to So Foxy. Yeah. Shout out to all of y'all. So yeah, I'm just shouting everybody out. Thank y'all so much for watching, and peace out.